What's good, my people? My people, what's good, my people? How y'all doing today? I'm that boy they call Big Tone, one half of the Chronic OGs podcast. So we're going to do something a little different today. First of all, I want to let you guys know that this episode is brought to you by Teresa Smith, associate broker in the Atlanta area. If you guys are looking for a property or looking for a property manager, contact Teresa. She actually helped me buy 2 properties as well. So if you're looking for real estate help, you can contact Teresa Smith. Her cell number is 478-972-0629. Cool sister. The wife of one of my buddies. So if you're looking for a property in the Atlanta area or in Georgia in general, contact Teresa. Let her know when you contact her, you told her that, let her know that Big Tone gave y'all the information. I greatly appreciate it. So, this episode is going to be dedicated to 3 buddies of mine. One of them you know, Smitty. So, then the other one is a buddy of mine named Ed Wagner, who lives in Colorado. And then another buddy of mine that I was in the military with named Ron Fisher. Ron is a ER nurse in Atlanta. This is Who's the Greatest Tennis Player Ever? So, Ed is more of a Roger Federer guy, but I think he's kind of conceited. Smitty and Ron Fisher are Rafa guys. They think Rafa's the greatest player ever. Greatest men's player ever. Greatest player ever is Serena Williams. 24 majors singles. The reason why I'm going to give her the edge over Novak is because of her prowess on the doubles court with her sister. Gold medals, all that type of stuff. So Serena Williams is by far the greatest tennis player ever, men or women. But let's get into the greatest men's player ever. So, I'm a Novak Djokovic guy. That's my guy. My favorite tennis player of all time, Pete Sampras. Once Pete retired, Novak kind of hit the scene. I rock with Novak. So, I'm going to go over some stats. Weeks at number 1. So, how many weeks they spent at number 1? Rafa, 209 weeks. Roger Federer, 310 weeks. Novak Djokovic, 413 weeks. Grand Slam titles. Roger, 20. Rafa, 22. Novak, 24 and counting. So ATP end of year finals. So that is the finals tournament that's held at the end of the year. Most of the time it's held in Paris at the indoor Paris. Rafael Nadal has 4. Rafa has 4. Roger Federer has 6. Novak Djokovic has 7. ATP Masters titles. So those are titles that aren't Grand Slam titles, such as an ATP Tour title would be. ATP Masters title would be. Like Italy, Rome, when they play on clay in Rome. So, or Monte Carlo. So, Roger Federer has 28. Rafael Nadal has 36. Novak Djokovic has 40. Gold medals in singles, Rafael Nadal is the only one that has 1. Year in number 1. So how many times they entered the year at number 1? Because it fluctuates throughout the year. Roger and Rafa both has 5. Novak has 8. So big 3 titles. So what big 3 titles are: Grand Slam titles, Masters titles, and then the ATP year-end tournament. all combined. Roger Federer has 54. Rafael Nadal has 59. Novak Djokovic has 71. Overall titles. This is the second one that, Novak is not leading. So, Rafael Nadal has 92. Novak Djokovic has 98. Roger Federer has 103. Don't forget Novak is still in that thing. He's still in the game. Top 10 victories. So these are victories against top 10 players. Rafael Nadal has 186. Roger Federer has 224. Novak Djokovic, 257. So head-to-head. So Novak Djokovic owns the head-to-head against both of these guys. So he's 30-29 against Rafael Nadal. Call that even. Roger Federer, he's 27-23. But the point you guys probably need to understand here is the dominance of Novak Djokovic over those two head-to-head, like lately, like before Roger retired, like that. Like the last 5 or 6 years of his career, Novak just dominated him. And once Novak started beating Rafael Nadal on clay, it was over. Because he already beat him. He can beat, I think Novak Djokovic is the greatest hardcourt player ever ahead of Andre Agassi and Pete Sampras. Prize money. Roger Federer had made $131 million on the court. Rafael Nadal made $134 million on the court. Novak Djokovic has made $182 million on the court. So it's kind of obvious that who's the greatest male tennis player of all time. And again, who's the greatest tennis player of all time? It's Serena. When Serena was in her prime, she was almost like Kansas City Chiefs. She struggled in the first round, maybe lose a set in the second round, whatever the case may be. But trust and believe, if she made it to that second week, it was a wrap. Just like Kansas City Chiefs. I must say I was a little disappointed in Novak Djokovic. Well, not disappointed. Disappointed in the fact that he lost in Australia. I didn't think anybody can beat him in Australia, but Jannik Sinner was just he was on another level, and he proved that by winning it. But Novak could be back. Novak could probably go deep. Him and Carlos Alcaraz and Medvedev go deep in the French Open, but I just don't think nobody, can stand the test of time with Novak. In order to beat Novak, you got to blow him out. You got to beat him in 3 sets or 4 sets. If it goes 5, I'm putting my money on Novak. If it goes to a tiebreaker, for him not to be a big server, the way he dominates tiebreakers is crazy, because his motto during a tiebreaker is, okay, be rock solid. Be rock solid. And he don't miss in tiebreakers. And that's the difference between him and every other male tennis player who's ever played tennis. That's why he's the greatest tennis player ever. The statistics show it. The fact that he's still out there getting to Grand Slam finals, winning Grand Slam finals, Grand Slam semifinals. The fact that it's a shock at 36, almost 37 years of age. It's a shock when he loses in such a young man's sport. The greatest tennis player ever. Used to be a John McEnroe fan. Still is. I got a couple John McEnroe shoes downstairs. I'm going to get the new Mac Attacks, the Travis Scott ones. I'm going to get those. I just got to probably sneak them in the house or something. But here's the interesting thing. And like my buddy Ed Wagner will tell you guys this. So I met Ed in 2006. We joined the same company. And so I met Ed in 2006. Found out both of us liked tennis, played tennis. That was when I was still playing a little bit. We would go to sales meetings and stuff. And Ed is from Norway, I think. So he played tennis as well. He beat the shit out of me a few times. A couple times it was some real close matches, third set tiebreakers, but I think I'm like 0-3 against him, 0-4 against him. But I'm probably 200-0 against Smitty. Me and Smitty played together in high school too. So, but I met Ed in about 2006, and at the time I told Ed in October, November 2006 that Novak Djokovic was going to be the greatest tennis player of all time. He didn't believe me. So every time Novak was starting to win, I would text him. I told you, bro, he's on his way. He's on his way. I saw it. So shout out to Ed. I told you, my dude, although you kicked the shit out of me about 3 or 4 times, me telling you something 15, 16 years ago, 18 years, almost 18 years ago, that what was going to happen, and it happened, I'm going to take those 4 L's right here because I think that's a big dub. Ron G. Fisher, you done lost your damn mind if you think Rafael Nadal is better than Novak Djokovic. Smitty, same thing to you, bro. We done had this. Novak treats Rafael Nadal like I treated you on the tennis court, bro. Same shit. Like this is nothing, especially late in those 2 careers, like the past 7 years. Man, Novak owned Rafael Nadal, man. He get one every now and then. And what he used to do with Roger Federer was just bad. He shouldn't even treated the Fed that way. A lot of people don't like Novak. Felicia. Novak's the greatest tennis player of all time. Hey, man, let's keep helping the homeless. That's my message for this Saturday afternoon. Let's keep helping the homeless. Thank you for listening to the latest episode of the Chronic OGs podcast. I'm that boy they call Big Tone. I'm out. Take care. God bless. We'll see you next time. Yeah. Yeah.